Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. Happy Monday. Well, it's almost Christmas. It's the last week before Christmas. So yeah, hopefully everybody is slowly getting into the holiday mood, if that is your thing. A live stream tonight doing a flight from Geneva to Southend. We've only been to Southend, I think, once before. We ended up with a go around there as well. Very short runway. We don't want any sort of mishaps with long landings, that kind of thing. And I think the last time we went there as well, the weather was a bit windy as well. So we will see what happens tonight. But yes, of course, remembering we've got our massive day on Thursday coming up with our little special Lapland flight. But something a bit more traditional this evening with our normal real ops flight, scheduled real ops flight from as I say, Geneva to Southend. So looking forward to this one. Hope you're all doing very, very well. Welcome, guys. I can see you all coming in on the chat, taking your seats. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Welcome to our amazing channel members. Hey, DC, Organ, Ace, J-Hog, Zera, Uncle Smusson as well. C. Denton, thank you guys for coming in. Elliot, good to see you. Captain Q, hello. Christian's here. Lee JC, thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and a big shout out to everyone else. Pete Moses says we're in tune, so thought I'd go and fly, and the stream popped up. Absolutely permission to come aboard. Hello, Dennis. Hello to you. Hey, Alan. Good to see you as well on board. And those of you over watching on Twitch, Shunty. Hello to you guys as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Right. Well, let's have a look at our operational flight plan, and we will we'll get briefing, shall we? So there it is. Oh, where's it positioned over there? That's a bit weird. Okay, let's make it a little bit more central. There you are. Yeah, so our dispatch landing calculation tonight, we do have a regulated landing weight of well, actually, no, we don't. We have the regulated landing weight will be 69.3 tons, which our max landing weight in this aircraft is 64.5, so no regulated landing weight. Even though it's a short runway, the wind is quite in our favour tonight. We've got a bit of a headwind when coming into land, so that pushes up the maximum landing weight at the destination a little bit for us. So that's not going to be an issue. Looking to land at about 59 tons. That, of course, if we take plug fuel and don't get any shortcuts, that kind of stuff. So that's all okay. Our takeoff weight is also below maximum landing weight, so don't need to worry about that. Even if we throw a bit of extra fuel on, I'm not going to throw 2.5 tons of extra fuel on. The weather isn't that bad tonight in the UK. Alternate is Gatwick, cost index of 4. 36,000 feet, a little headwind. We've got a takeoff alternative here tonight as well of Basel. Reason for the takeoff alternative? Well, I can go into that a little bit later if you particularly want me to. But essentially it's because the weather in Geneva tonight isn't that nice. And basically if we had a failure that downgraded our aircraft to not be able to make an auto land, for instance, and the weather really is bad in Geneva, well, then we need to be able to land somewhere. And that is essentially it. It's Basel tonight. So that's that. Runway 22 for departure, runway 23 for arrival, Dipper 6 Alpha. We've done that a few times before. Plug fuel is 5.2 tons, and our CNR is 2 tons exactly. So there we are. Let's have a look then. I'm just looking at the grid more as we depart, heading to the north, so we're flying away from the Alps. That is good. And yeah, so that's sort of like the worst possible weather there that you can see. So that's why. See, Geneva, we've got a ceiling of 100 feet. Well, that's auto land territory. Basel is gloriously Cat 1, so that's the takeoff alternative. And then what have we got in Southend? Ceiling of 500 feet. So that is still Cat 1. You know, visibility is still 4 kilometers. So it's going to be one of those. We're going to see the runway sort of really low down, but still not Autoland territory. So it could be a bit exciting when we get in there. Just looking at some of the alternate cities as well. Gatwick, that's Cat 1. Stansted is just about Cat 1. Luton is, oh yeah, well that's probably an LVPs, so that would be Autoland. And Southend is also Cat 1, so legally we're fine. Tick those boxes. Let's have a look at the weather briefing though. What's the potential for Southend? Yeah, where are we? What is it today? It is the 18th, isn't it? So, winds temporarily broken 1,200 feet. Well, that works for me, because that's slightly better than what they currently are, so we'll see if that happens. And there's a slight chance of some light drizzle of rain and visibility dropping down to 7 kilometres, but again, nothing to concern us there. Basel is fine. Yeah, Gatwick is just, it's wintry. It's UK winter weather. That is our flight route. There we go. Passing by Old Paris. And then on the charts, looks like as we're coming in, a little bit of icing then coming in into the UK over the channel. So we'll throw some extra ice, throw some extra fuel on for the ice there. But all in all, that all looks pretty straightforward. So I think it is a short runway, and you know things can happen, and we've got spare capacity to play with. We're 10 tons to the good in terms of our landing dispatch calculation. As I say though, max landing weight is only 64.5 tons. So I think if we threw an extra ton on board, just to cover all eventualities, then we're good. So we'll go yeah, let's take 6.3 tons, and we'll get the refuels on with that in a bit. Usual stuff then. Where are we parked? Jet is stand 31, no pushback required, so it's going to be taxi straight out, link 3 on the outer, and then we can depart via Bravo. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then departure, anything to look at here? No speed restrictions. We'll tune in the PAS VOR, and our turn is once we've overflown the PAS VOR and when we're above 7,000 feet, but not before 8 miles from Geneva. It wasn't that long ago, I don't think we did this, and our initial climb is going to be 9,000 feet. Already got the ATIS information, just confirming the runway departure, and information golf is current. So I think with that we'll get into our aircraft and start setting things up, getting the fuel on, getting the passengers on, getting you guys on, and then we're done. The other thing to mention of course is MSA 7,000 feet, but we'll cover that in the brief. So hopefully everyone is happy. Talvin, you do it. Thanks for doing the live. It's actually really foggy there today. It looks it in the sim actually a little bit. Carl, first day off today for Christmas. A great way to close up. All of the schools are still though are still there, aren't they? Though at the minute, which is good fun for the parents. Right, let me go and find our aircraft and see it. So here we are. There it is. So I don't know if you can see. Could you see the moon right at the? It's actually behind that that lamp pole there. You see the moon just there. So it is foggy, but the light from the moon is just shining through a tad, not much. So the weather looks quite realistic, to be honest, which I like. Anyway, let's get on board. So as per usual, of course, we are on VATSIM, and if you just bear with me 1 second, I'm just telling that I want telling the ground crew I want 6.3 tons of fuel. We can get that sorted. Get rid of that. Yeah, so just confirming that with you guys then. 6.3 tons of fuel, and we'll start loading in a sec then. In fact, if refueling can commence, let's get the passengers aboard as well. Just before I do that, I just want to check seatbelt signs are not on. Pumps are off, packs are off, we're on external power. Yeah, everything's fine. So let's get passengers boarded as well, and those guys can come on. So as I said, I've already got the ATIS today. What I've not done is actually written the weather down. So just confirming runway 22, winds variable 2 knots. So that's nice. You don't usually get much wind, do you, when it's foggy? In fact, look at that. Look at that aircraft coming in there. Look at the haze that we've got and the reflections off the reflections off the air, the strobes. That looks really, really neat. I like that. So the visibility is 2,500 meters. We've got mist. We've got overcast clouds at 200 feet. So yeah, airport is in LVPs, I would imagine, and QNH is 1035. So information golf, that's fine. Overhead's fine, and nav logo lights there on, spoilers, thrust levers, flaps, parking brake, acupressure, wonderful, 1015 there, and guard frequency is done, monitored, switching panel is fine, starter levers, squawk, that's all good, up to here, 1035, get the constraints on, and our initial climb, as we've just seen from the chart, is going to be 9,000 feet, so that is set. Liana, good evening, Maria, hope you're doing well. Right, I think we can start setting up the box then. Let's crack on with that. What do I want? I want my operational flight plan. There it is. So usual stuff: IRS, 3.5 greens, yeah, and aircraft status, valid direct cycle, valid engine database, etc. So that's good. Just check all the GPS stuff's working. 1, 2, 3. Yep, wonderful. And let's crack on with that. In it be as the passengers start to board. Henry, Rogers Miami stream. Well, the Lapland stream will be on Thursday. All being well. I might have a slight sad caveat to it, but I'll speak about that in a bit. Right, what's our flight number today? It is Top Swiss 1295. Cost index of 4, 36,000 feet. What's our temperature? It is 58. Shouldn't have filled that in just yet. Tropopause is... that's pretty close, let's leave that. Yeah, so normally don't fill in the winds because if you request winds, it downloads winds for basically every altitude and that. I don't know. It stops to get the winds before putting in the altitude, which I've just completely disregarded beautifully. IRS in it, 4613 north, 662 east. Yep, where we stand, 31. That is fine. Yep. Good. So, departure is runway 22, depart 6, alpha. Oh! I need to go back and amend that in a second. Arrival ILS 2, 3, Southern 1 Sierra. Southern 1 Sierra, that's the one. And that comes in via Gegmu, from where I was looking at the charts earlier. Let me just have a look at this. That departure again.
Hello. Thank you.
Yeah, runway 22 and DJL. There we go, that's better. Right, flight plan's 429 miles, I've got 437 miles in the box. That is fine. Let me just check the coding then compared to the charts for our departure. So yeah, there we can see we got PAS then, 7,000 feet, intercepting that radial 329. Then it is to Kellock and Dippier. After Dippier, it should be Ibaba DJL. That's the one. Good, they're all fine. Right, in it B page. Oh, actually, no, RadNav page. So I want the PAS, which is fine. We'll get that over here. And then we want SPR for the engine out procedure here in Geneva, which I'm sure many of you will already be familiar with. Carson Lou, stutters on touchdown. I recommend dropping your level of detail radius because you touch down and the airport then spawns all the ground crew, the baggage handlers, the workers, all that stuff. Drop the level of detail radius or turn the workers and airport traffic off, as in the ground traffic, and that seems to help quite a few people. Okay, Radnap's done in it. B. Let's go across and have a look at our load sheet. There we go. City fuel weight is 56 point. I can't read that. What is it? 56.9. Let's go 57 then. And the CFG is 31. Alternate fuel, if we need it, is less than a ton actually to get to Gatwick, but we'll work on a ton. And fuel planning. Takeoff weight, CFG is 29.6. Aircraft wants 5.2 tons, we're taking 6.3, so that's good. An extra 1.1 ton, extra 32 minutes of time, which gives us a takeoff weight of 63.1. Lovely, that's all well and good. Alright, onto the performance then. Departure time is meant to be 20 past 8 Zulu time, so 2020, that is our scheduled departure time. It would be nice if we can stick to that, wouldn't it? We shall see. Passengers are getting on board, so it'll only be me that's slowing things down. Right, so runway 22, runway surface is dry. It's not actually raining, so there's mist patches, but it's not raining, so we'll go dry. Flaps 1, no need to force toggle. Anti-ice will be on because it's only 2 degrees here and we're obviously in visible moisture. Packs off, takeoff weight 631, and that's CFG 296. See the light weather. In fact, you see the weather at the bottom there is actually the visibility has dropped even more. So yeah, we've got 1,300 meters, no change. 2,000 meters, no change. That's the visibility then, isn't it? Foggy, overcast. There's the weather at the bottom if you want to see that. Intersection Bravo for our departure. It means we don't have to taxi quite as far. So V speeds 133, 140. Oops, missed the one out. Not even a Cessna would get off the ground at 40 knots. Flaps 1. And flex 66. Lovely. Okay, let's grab SimSmart and check. We've got thrust reduction and acceleration values 2863. Noise abatement 1 here, isn't it? 4366. And the engine out acceleration is 2366. Lovely. Alright, secondary flight plan then. Copy the active. Engine out procedure, non-standard, yeah, because of the terrain. Pass VOR, left turn to Saint-Prix. So what we're going to do is, our first waypoint there, as you can see, actually is PAS anyway. So we're going to create a waypoint to the south of that to force the aircraft to turn left. PAS. Heading 180 south, obviously, and just by a couple of miles. And pop that in there. And then we're going to Saint-Prix VOR SPR. Enter the hold. Inbound is 224 and right turns. And then indeed, if we have lost an engine, then we want to come back to LSGG 22. And that That's no start. And SPR is the VIA. Done. Okay, good. And let's just confirm that looks like we want it to on the plan page. Yep, straight out. Force the left-hand turn. And back we go. Wonderful. So I'm happy with everything that's in the box. I think we'll just contact ATC, get our clearance, and then we can start to brief, can't we? Now, what frequency do I need? Oh no. Oh, well, Geneva ATC has just gone offline. Typical. Okay. Okay, oh well. Never mind. Well, in that case then, let's let's brief ourselves and crack on, and that's the route and departure we're going to fly. Alright, so starting with the weather as per usual, we spoke about it. Winds are just light and variable. Obviously visibility is not great, 1.5 kilometers. It's foggy, patches of fog, overcast, 200 feet, 2 degrees, QNH is 1035. The aircraft is Type A320, fully serviceable except with the weather radar. No TAMs. Have we actually got any no TAMs to worry about? I didn't check those, did I? Oh, what am I doing? No TAMs, no TAMs, no TAMs. Probably not. Crane, that's on Friday, Friday. Non-nav inbound aircraft, yeah, it's not us. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, we can read those later. Yeah, so going through the no times for our dispatch and departure today. Threats to be aware of, obviously it is Geneva, so we're familiar with Geneva quite a bit now if you follow the channel. Why has he signed me out of Navigraph? It does this occasionally. Absolute pain in the backside. Let me see if I can sign back in. Stupid thing. No idea why it does that. Can't particularly fly very well without the charts, can I? Ah, right, there we go. And we're back. Okie dokies. Yeah, so terrain. We know about the terrain around Geneva. We're pretty much in a valley. We've got terrain to the north, got terrain to the south, we've got terrain to the west. The safe passage is to the northeast of the airport, which is where the SPR VOR is, our pre-VOR, take us to in the event of a immediate failure following our departure. So we've obviously got that as a threat. We're now no air traffic control. That's a threat, and it's LVPs. So yeah, that's a threat. Let's just take time to do stuff. And in LVPs, you know, when it's foggy stuff like that, we really don't want to be running checklists whilst we're moving. So get the aircraft stationary when doing stuff like that. So take our time out when we're moving. So let's talk about the taxi then. We're I think I've touched on this anyway. Stand 31, so straight out. It's going to be link 3, then the outer, and we'll depart via Bravo. Departure then. Straight out departure. Autopilot engaged pretty much straight away, but no speed restrictions, so we can accelerate away, clean up on schedule, etc. Straight out, first turn to the right, nose abatement 2. Once we're at 7,000 feet, then we can make that right hand turn, and that then takes us up and away from the terrain. MSA is 7,000 feet. Okay, I think that's everything we need. The only other thing that I would potentially do is just see that we are safe 7,000 feet, but that's only a 10-mile radius there to the southeast of the airfield. So it is worth putting a 10-mile ring around that on the navigation display. So I'm just going to pop that in the fixes page. And again, that's just in case something goes wrong and your mental capacity is reduced, and you need to just then think, right, I've got to stay within that circle. Anyway, outside that circle, particularly to the south, then we're in trouble. Because failures are enabled, of course. Oh, it's not based off the airport, is it? It's based off GVA. There we go. Right, so that's a shame that air traffic control has left us, but oh well, never mind. But we're all briefed and we're good to go. So I'm going to get the APU all started up then, and then we can crack on. So give that a couple of seconds. There we are. Cabin crew are here. Hello.
Hi there, Captain. All of the passengers are now on board.
Okay, thanks. We're just getting ready to start our engines, and then we'll be off.
Okay, I'll let the crew know and we'll get closed up as soon as we can.
Give that another second or so. Get it working.
Hi, Captain. Okay, we've received the load sheet from ground. There's
Nice.
the passenger count, the crew count and the total souls count. Plus yourselves, of course.
Okay, great, thanks.
You're welcome.
So takeoff weight 63.1, yeah, that's the figure we banked on. 136, 5 infants, and CFG is 29.3. Excellent. We worked on 29.6, so that's within 2%. We don't need to redo any of our performance calculation figures. So no LMCs. Brilliant. Come on, APU. There we go. Alright, so they can come back on. External power can be disconnected. Seatbelt signs on. Give that a minute, get the APU bleed on, get the packs on, and we'll look to get going. Quick PA then. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard our flight tonight from Geneva to Southend. We're going to be cruising today at 36,000 feet. There doesn't look to be too much traffic around us, so we shouldn't have any departure delay with a nice normal taxi time ahead of us. The weather is fine. It's obviously quite misty and murky, but that's nothing to worry about. Should be a nice smooth departure out. I've got no en route delays either, so if you can take to your seats, the seatbelt signs have just come on, and we'll start our engines stationary today, so you'll hear them start before we begin to move, and then we will be on our way. Thank you. Good stuff, job done. APU is on, and now we probably need to start talking on Unicom, don't we? So starting engines up. Probably don't need to announce engine start on Unicom. Does anyone actually care that my engines are starting? Probably not, but we will switch on to Unicom now so we can have a listen to what's going off around us.
On runway 04 for the Gyro 7 November departure en route to Southend. Shortly departing runway 04.
Oh, I really hope you're not departing runway 04 when runway 22 is in use. Anyway, engine mode selector to ignition. And starting engine 1.
Geneva traffic, top Swiss 85 Echo Mike at stand 32. I'm going to taxi in link 5 Alpha to holding point Alpha for runway 22.
Go on then, let's make a call. And Geneva traffic, top Swiss 1295, starting engines up on stand 31. We'll be taxiing for departure runway 22 in about 5 minutes. Right, engine 1 starting, and wow, unbelievable, with Sonic Zone coming in, gifting 20 Easyjet SimPilot channel memberships. Sonic, that is ridiculously generous. Thank you so much at the start of the stream this evening. Welcome to all our new members, courtesy of Sonic Zone. Sonic, hope you're doing incredibly well tonight. Thank you so much for your incredible generosity. That is an amazing show of support. And there's that many names, I can't read them all out, all the new members, but welcome guys, courtesy of Sonic Zone. Thank you once again, Sonic. Unbelievable class act. Thank you so much. Right, engine 1's happy, stabilised, starting engine 2.
Geneva traffic, top Swiss 9 is established on ILS runway 22 at 11 miles.
Geneva traffic.
Geneva traffic.
321 revised departure, runway 22, Molu for Alpha departure.
That sounds like a good revision. Do you know what? Once again,
Geneva
out of
traffic,
sequence.
Swiss
We didn't do the cockpit
Lima,
preparation
line up
checklist,
runway
but the
22.
aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 6280 kilograms. We'll check that's balanced, I'm sure it will be. Yeah. Seatbelt signs are on. It is. We've got 3.5 grades, a bar of QNH 1035. 1,300 feet.
vacated runway 22 on Delta.
Parking brakes are on. Takeoff data is confirmed. Windows are closed. EFB is on flight mode. Doors are closed. And alarmed beacon light is on. Engine number 2 is about there.
Swiss 26 Lima Tango departing runway 22.
That all looks good to me. Great stuff. So happy with our engine start. Engine mode selection come to normal. That can come off. That can come off. They are going on. Just lower the lights a little bit. Set trim. And the FSTraffic checklist. Anti-ice is on. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim is 29.3 and rudder is neutral. Okay, now as I say, LVP's in the airport, so let's not muck about doing stuff while moving. Flight control check. Full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral rudder, full right, full left, and neutral. And Geneva traffic, top Swiss 1295, taxiing off stand 31 via link 3, outer, holding at intersection Bravo for runway 22. Taxi lights on.
Geneva traffic, top Swiss 9 is on final runway 22. Geneva traffic.
And taxi checklist. Flight controls have been checked. Flap settings, config 1 FMA, climb nav blue 1 FD2, and takeoff. Eco memo got just the cabin to wait for. EFB is stowed and disconnected. Just waiting for that cabin. I just wanted to run that checklist now because LVPs, I don't want to be running checklists and doing things whilst we're moving, so we've got that ECAM which we can disregard. Clear ECAM. Not very heavy today, so it's quite easy to move. It is a shame that ATC disappeared. But never mind. Actually, the weather doesn't look that bad, does it? Not sure what it will like from the air. It might still be sort of autoland territory. But down here it doesn't look too bad. So I have just done the taxi checklist, but quick part of the PEDS check. No change to our performance. Engine out procedure is non-standard. So pass VOR, left turn, and we'll get into the hold 7,000 feet at Saint-Prix. VOR. Departure, 9 Alpha, first turn to the right, once we're above 7,000 feet. And our initial climb is flight level 90. Organ Aviator, wow, thank you so much for your kind donation. Good luck for the flight, thank you. It's not the flight, it's the landing you need to worry about.
Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown.
Talvin, you are indeed a local one here, yes, quite right.
The seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start.
Geneva traffic, Organ 321 is taxiing for departure, runway 04.
Pull on each side to adjust.
I mean, if it really was, you know, as dense fog as perhaps it is
runway 22.
as it is in real life, then I probably wouldn't be rolling along at 26 knots. But
Click together.
in the sim, it's not actually been depleted that badly.
Do not inflate it inside the aircraft.
Geneva traffic, top Swiss 85 Echo Mike at holding point Alpha, runway 22.
Or needs topping up. Blow into
Traffic, 5 Yankee now, 7 miles outbound, Saint-Prix, aircraft inbound to Saint-Prix for the destination.
flotation aids for children. Your tray
So that's 7 miles inbound Saint-Prix, in which case he's
Geneva
miles out.
traffic, top Swiss 85 Echo Mike lining up 22 for departure on the Depeer 6L.
flight from Easyjet.
Geneva traffic, top Swiss 94 is clear after runway 22, taxiing to gate number 32. Yeah, outer, link 2 and inner. Geneva traffic.
Okay, so we're going to take Bravo. We've got a company that is about to depart, so we'll let him roll. And of course, we want to use the Cat 2-3 holding points, given the weather. And Geneva traffic, top Swiss 1295 is holding at Bravo for runway 22. So yeah, we're going to
Top
hold
Swiss
here.
85 Echo Mike taking off runway 22.
Just turn our lights off while he rolls. We don't want to blind him. And Geneva traffic, top Swiss 1295 will be lining up behind the departing company A320 via Bravo for runway 22. Line up behind. There he goes. And the lineup checklist. Cabin, are we secured? Yeah, I think so. Double check. They're fine on there, but cabin crew is for takeoff. Okay, so check the cabin crew is fine. So cabin is secured for takeoff. Takeoff runway via Bravo, runway 22, and then let's get TCAS, TRA, and packs 1 and 2 are off. I love that glare from the strobes.
Geneva traffic, 5 Yankee established at approach runway 22, and we are 16 miles.
He's 16 miles out, that's fine, because we've got to wait a couple of minutes from that aircraft that's just departed, so that should be fine for us. So we'll just line up, giving ourselves as much runway as possible. Okay, so we're all ready to go. And we just want a couple of minutes separation. Geneva traffic, top Swiss 1295 is now lined up runway 22 at intersection Bravo, and we're just waiting 1 minute for separation. Ben Savage, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Great. The mods that you see on screen here is the airport itself and the aircraft. Don't think you'll see any other mods today. The weather's too rubbish. So 1 minute 45. Another couple of seconds, then we'll get going. Chris Hogg, mate, thank you so much for your kind super chat as well, saying always enjoy the flight as always. Chris, thank you, mate. Good to have you here as well. Another long-term supporter of the channel, so great to see you, Chris. All right, that's been 2 minutes, so takeoff. Let's start the chrono. 50% set. Stable, so take off first man, flex SRS. That's concerning. Where's my runway? Take off power set. Auto thrust blue.
Geneva traffic,
knots.
321 is lining up behind the departure traffic.
Geneva traffic, 751 Yankee is 6 miles out. I establish our
P1. And rotate. Positive climb, gear up. And Geneva traffic top just 1295 is airborne. Nav. Looks like we're flying to the moon.
Geneva traffic, Oldham 321 is now lined up. Runway 22, waiting 1 minute for
Thrust climb
separation.
and SRS.
Oscar 5 Yankee is now 4 miles out, runway 22.
We've just cleared all that murkiness down there. The moon's just got a lot clearer. And we set standard pressure as we're climbing to flight level.
Traffic lined up on 22. How long are you waiting for?
We've got no traffic at the moment.
The traffic that's lined up on Geneva runway 22, how long are you waiting for?
If that's for Top 1295, we reported airborne about 90 seconds ago.
There's another guy who said he's waiting 1 minute on the runway.
We were waiting 2.
Oh, sorry, then disregard. So Geneva traffic, San Pablo Yankee is
What
now
about
2
one
miles
engaged?
out, landing runway 22.
Geneva traffic,
And
Oldham
climb.
321 is departing runway 22.
Oh, so you were waiting.
Oh, was there another one, guys? Oh, right. Oh, I'll stop trying to be an air traffic controller. In that case, someone else needed to reply. Oh well, we'll leave the carnage behind us. Alright, there we go, SP. So let's clean up flap 0, spoilers disarmed. And no ATC around. So let's just continue on climbing now, flight level 250. That's 250 blue. And we're out of the clouds, aren't we? Let's get rid of them. Yeah, if you're going to line up and have to wait for a couple of minutes, I suppose you've got to think about the aircraft that are coming into land. You know, if they're sort of 10 miles out, and you know you've got to wait a couple of minutes, probably best not to line up. Ben Savage, how often do I stream? To be honest, as often as possible. It's not always easy, sadly.
Geneva traffic, Oldham 321
Swells,
has departed runway
flaps,
22,
gear,
climbing through
lights
3,000
off.
feet.
And there's the first turn. Cabin crew, you're released.
Air traffic stand 5 Yankee vacated runway 22.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin.
Lots of people saying how much better the sim looks in Sim Update 14. The light scattering, whatever they've done to it. I think the stars look much, much better at night time. Okay, that's 10,000 feet coming up, so the airport's on there, and then in the box we'll do our usual. I'll clear out the Radnav page. So there we go. Radnav page is done. Progress page 50360. That is going to be fine. So let's set flight level 360 blue. Cost index 0. Just go to our fixes page, remove the Geneva fix as we're well out of there now, and secondary flight plan, copy active. There we go. Alright, so is this the last stream before the big one? Honestly, I've no idea. If we get another one in, of course, we absolutely will do. So yeah, we shall see. Ben Savage, do I have multiplayer on or off? Absolutely off, because we're on the VATSIM network, so don't want that conflicting. Get seatbelt signs off now as well. So for those of you, just a bit of a heads up, for those of you that have followed the channel for some time and know about the situation with our wonderful first officer, we're starting to get the feeling that sadly in the next 2 or 3 days we may have to make a very difficult but the right decision, as he's now getting to the point where we think he soon won't. He'll be telling us he no longer wants to be with us. Now, of course, George being George will pick the most inappropriate time to decide that that is indeed the day. It could be Thursday, which is our plan, of course, for the massive Santa stream. If that does happen, and it is the case, I will obviously let you guys know as much as possible, and there won't be the Santa flight on Thursday should that happen. What I will be looking to do though is to reschedule that as soon as possible, even if it won't be the following day, it won't be the Friday as it's my lad's birthday that day. It might even be the Saturday. You know what, isn't it? Even as I'm saying that, I'm thinking, my God, check the diary. Actually, there's nothing in the diary on Saturday. I would, whatever happens, prefer to get it in before Christmas. So yeah, that's the situation that was kind of in at the moment with him. Bless him. I've slowly made my peace with it, as it was 6 weeks tomorrow. We were told that he probably got 2 or 3 days, and he still kept battling on, God bless him. And I say battling on, he's enjoyed every minute of it. He's had food he's never been allowed to eat. Not because it's bad for him, just because we never bought it. But he's been spoiled rotten, bless him. But I think now he's getting tired. He's getting tired, and the moment it's no longer fun for him, then you all know. Many of you will have been there. So yeah, that's currently where we are with Thursday. I mean, as it currently stands, Thursday is indeed the plan, but we may need to postpone it. The main thing to remember is, however, that it will go ahead, and all the giveaways will still be there as and when that time comes. So yeah, and obviously thank you for just reading the comments there. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. I know many of you will have been through it before. Personally, I never have. This is my first time. What a roller coaster that is. So yeah. One of the kids asked, "Are we getting another dog?" Like, absolutely no chance. We've just replaced all the carpets in the house as well, and I swear George didn't want to leave until he'd rolled around on every single one of them. He'll be forever smelling like him, bless him. So, there we go. DHK Sweden, good evening to you, my friend. Good to see you. And yeah, Aviate Lee, DC, Organ Aviate, Elliot, thank you guys. Thank you so much. And I know many of you as well have messaged privately as well, so I do thank you for that. Ace, yes, Sonic has pretty much answered that. There are sort of like the cool settings, aren't there, in Rex Accu Seasons. I love Rex Accu Seasons. I think it's brilliant. Definitely one of my top add-ons. So yeah. And 02411, is this the first year on the channel? Oh, celebrating! Oh, that is a major milestone. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Jayhog, no, he's not chasing anything anymore. Bless him. He is. Well, it's a very slow walk to our local village green now. What he and I used to, if we were in a rush and he needed to go to the loo, we would run there and back, and we'd be there in there and back in like 2 minutes. And well, now it's a 20-minute walk there, which I don't care. I'll walk at his pace and I'll stop when he does. Thing is, he still wants to go. He just can't, bless him. Uncle Smusson also celebrating 12 months of channel membership today. Uncle Smusson, thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate that. Suggestions for nice approaches in a full A320 sim. Oh, I'd do Tiva. You know I love Tiva. I think that would be brilliant. Go and do Tiva in a full sim. And if you want to be scared a little bit, go and do Madeira or Innsbruck, runway 08. They're good fun. Swajam, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate that. Right, well, everything's looking fine and dandy at the moment. Jayhawk, don't say Innsbruck. Why have you been cutting grass there again? Just trying to think of some other good approaches that you could do. I also quite like Bilbao. I think Bilbao is a great airport to fly into. And what's the one, the northeast tip of Spain? Is it Santiago? There's another Santiago. There's another one. I forget. La Coruña. La Coruña with the late visual left-hand turn. That's good fun. That one's probably not done enough, to be honest. We probably need to do that again. I think I've only ever done that once, and yeah, that was fun. Definitely worth a shout. Oh, Jayhawk, you've mastered it, really? I need to see that. J-Hog, you're en route to Skiathos at the minute. Skiathos in the dark. Excellent. St. Bart's is always fun. Aviate as well. Yeah. Good old Princess Juliana. That's good as well. Kathmandu. Yes. Kathmandu is a great approach. I don't know if they've now got a new RNAV AR approach at Kathmandu. They might have, you know. Which is great because you simply become a passenger. You simply become a passenger and watch the aircraft fly and just think, oh God, I hope it gets it right. Oh, Chris, you didn't know. Oh, yeah, it's. It'll obviously be very sad, I think, in the next few days when he disappears. But on the plus side, we are actually been really positive. We've had 6 weeks with him that we've really enjoyed, and I know he's enjoyed. And I think it's because of that I actually can't be sad. I mean, I will be, but. You all know what I mean. It'll be his time, but we've had time to come to terms with it and made the most of it. Oh, DC. Sorry, not DC. Daz, Higgy, Gibraltar. Yes, another great idea. Great idea. Leanna, you say the house will feel empty, and indeed it might. But there are also 4 children, so probably not that empty. He'll never be replaced, that's for sure. Sorum says, my destination is your home airport, about 2 miles west of 05 end. Pilot Plus scenery is well worth the money. See, I don't think don't think I've got the Pilot Plus scenery in. I think I've got the amazing freeware one in. Which is very good. And I'm just looking at the latest METAR for Southend. At the moment, that is winds 230 at 14, so that's okay. Visibility is fine, broken 1,100, QNH 1025. So, all good. All good. Do you see the FOs may be waiting for Santa? I think it would be a Christmas miracle if he's still here this side of Christmas. I think what's really concerning us at the moment is if he went downhill over the weekend. With Christmas falling where it is, of course. If we needed to do something, and obviously vets being closed and that. I mean, that is the kind of thing he'd do. Remember, this is the dog that once locked me, my son, and my wife here in the office where I currently am now, with all our girls as newborns asleep upstairs. He locked us in by turning the deadlock whilst he was outside in the hallway, and we were stuck. He's done some daft things in his time. Willie! Good evening, Squire. How's Willie Canuck and the Positive Rate Gang? How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Ice, what time of the day we're hoping to do the big stream? So, if all does go to plan, Irish, I'm looking to start as close to 0900 Zulu time as possible, because it is going to be 8 to 9 hours, so, you know, I want to get there and back in time for tea. If we can do that. So yeah, it will be an early start, but you won't miss anything. With the amount of giveaways we've got in, then yeah, we've got lots and lots to get through. It's going to be a great day. So I'll keep an eye on Discord. What I might do is I might confirm the backup date on Discord, just in case the Thursday ends up being a more sad day, reflective day. And of course, with Friday, as I mentioned earlier, also being my son's birthday, then that could also be rather interesting this time round. Oh, Chris Hogg, mate, you absolute gem. Oh, that's really nice. Do you know what, Chris? I am planning to go out tomorrow, and I've always said, and I've said this for years, not just over the last few weeks, I've said this for years, that when his time came, because whenever I am eating a nice steak, he will sit there with his head on my knee, looking at me all the way through as I eat it, and obviously I give him a little bit, but I have always said, should that time come, I'm going to make sure he has a steak, all to himself. So you know what, Chris, that's what that would be for. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. And on behalf of George, I know he will. But yes, I've always said I'm going to absolutely treat him. You've got to, haven't you? Of course you do. Oh, Nick, hello. How are you doing, sir? Sonic Christmas lights for the video. I think we've done that in the past, Sonic. So yeah, if I can remember, if I can remember, that's the only thing. Sam Spotting, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you are too. Right, that's Macalt Stars. Looking good. DC, you might be able to follow us on the way back, if not. Which would be fine. Right, Macall Cruise. And set that to TCAS 2 below and performance. Cost index of 4. Let's do our usual stuff. ST pages, make sure nothing's broken that we're not aware of. Make sure everything looks normal. I'm really looking forward to Thursday. And I look forward to doing it every year. I really do. That's fine. Everything up there is fine as well. So. Leonard, that is indeed true. That is indeed true. So it's going to be, it's tough, isn't it? It's one of those things you need to work out when is the right time, because if possible we don't want to let him get to that stage before we make the decision, but then you don't want to make that decision too early. Yeah. How can you do the right thing? It's just not possible, is it? Other than everyone knows their bets and everyone knows when that time will be. It's not 35 age. Hello, just got Microsoft Flight Simulator and you're checking it out. Anything I should do? Enjoy it, aviation. Don't tattle too much too soon. Is it the first simulator you've ever had? If it's the first time you've ever done any kind of flying simulator, there are some great sort of flying lessons things that they've got actually in the sim. I would do those because they teach you so much. If you're a seasoned simmer and you've just moved over to Microsoft Flight Simulator, simply enjoy it. Oh yeah, if you've had X-Plane before, yeah, then enjoy Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is there anything you should do? That is a question which I might throw open to the chat, actually. So chat, if you are familiar with flying, but are brand new to Microsoft Flight Simulator, as it's not 35 is, then what would be your top tips for him if you've just moved across to Microsoft Flight Simulator? If you're an Airbus pilot, make sure you get the fly-by-wire free A320X mod, if you're using it on PC, that is, of course, which, as you say, you did have explained. I'm going to guess you are. August says get the Fenix 320. I know. I mean, you can compile a list of mods. In fact, that's not a bad. That's probably not a bad idea. There is a video that I did on the channel about sort of like the top 10 mods that I have to make the sim what it is. So that might be worth having a quick look at if you can find that. Chris Hogg, appreciate that. Thank you, Chris. Nick, how many videos have we done? There's got to be a way to find that out. How many videos there are on the channel? Kakamuti, I have no idea if I said that right, on Twitch. Good evening. It's not aviation, you flew the 787 in X. Oh, in that case you need the 787 mod, which someone's going to have to tell me what that's called, because I can't remember. Darius, when I personally recommend the Fenix or the fly-by-wire, that depends. If you've never flown Airbus before, learn everything in the fly-by-wire A320X. It's free. And then when you want to take it to the next level, but not be too overwhelmed, by the Fenix. Cameron, what's our local time, ETA? If you're on about the UK, then it is, that's a good question, 21:46. Yeah, 21:46. Nick says 975 videos so far. Really? Is that right? So that means 25 to go, we've done 1,000. Oh, I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. 1,000 video, that sounds like something to... That sounds like something we should do special. What should we do for the 1,000th video? The 1,000th video, that... Yeah. Kakamuti says it means seagull poop in French. Well, I butcher every language I attempt to speak, and that includes English. So I'm glad you like the YouTube videos. Brendan Shade, Cockpit with HD. Oh, that depends if he's free. Nick's just said exactly the same thing. You all want to hear... You just want to hear him swear at me, though, don't you? That's that's what you guys want to hear. Just fly the jet. It's not aviation. I would recommend for an A330, I would highly recommend the Headwind A330, which is brilliant. It is really, really good. Okay, so let's have a little look at some things going on. I guess one route weather, we've got Paris, CDG, what's going on there? Broken 600 feet of gas, about 400 feet, visibility is fine. Okay, so that's 25 minutes old. Yeah, Paris is okay. It's decent enough to get into, that, isn't it? That works for me. Nice crosswind though. 9-knot crosswind there. Look at that beautiful headwind that we've got coming in to Southend in a little bit, so that's okay. Let's have a look at what's Gatwick doing. Gatwick, wind 2408, 10 kilometers, overcast 900. That's Cat 1. That's fine. Yeah, alright, so the alternates are all okay. So I'm just going to scribble down that latest METAR then. That's 6 minutes old. So winds are 230 at 14. It's quite a strong headwind there. That's going to be interesting. A very strong headwind coming in on a short runway. I do not want to float, so we're going to slam the aircraft in today, so to speak. Clouds broken at 110. Temperature is 11 degrees and pressure is 1025 hectopascals. What does high pressure at the METAR reflect? If you QNH of 1040, which is much higher than normal, does it reflect a particular weather sign? High pressure usually means stable air, you know, and that is really, really good for aircraft. You know, the aircraft has better performance in high pressure areas. So yeah, it's. I'd have to see what the operating envelope is though for the A320, because there is a limit. To the lowest it can go. Don't think there'd be a limit on the upper end though. Quick look through the NOTAMs as well for Southend, where we're headed. Centralised de-icing facility is closed. Undertake. Okay, so if you need de-icing, do it on stand. Stand 15 is closed for equipment storage. Stands 9 and 10 are closed due to work in progress. Okay, well we can do away with the operational times because that makes no change to us. Hello?
Hi, Captain. Just checking to see if everything is okay.
Yes, everything's fine, thank you.
Give me a call if you need anything else.
Ricky, what app is this for the weather? Yeah, it's a neat little one that I found on the App Store for Apple. I don't know if there's an Android equivalent, but yeah, it works quite well because the Fenix, I can't get weather in it, so I'm just using this. What the blooming heck is it called? Smart Briefing is what it's called. That's procedure for runway 05. Yeah, we're not doing that. Obstacle lights on 71 runway 05 earlier. Yeah, we're not worried about that. Oh, crane. Oh, hang on, what's this lot? ILS runway 05. Okay, that's a crane on approach to 05. Obstacle lights as usable on runway 23 wind sleeve. Searchlight display, yeah, that's not going to happen in the sim. Crane, not going to have warriors. Alright, no times for the arrival. Yeah, that's fine. Good. It's probably not a bad time now to have a look at the approach. We've got the bright lights of Paris down there to our left. Look out the window. Oh, covered by cloud, so we're not going to see anything special. Oh, and for the 1,000th feet, you'll try and fly to the Falkland Isles. Where? From the UK? In an A320 or a Cessna? J-Hog, you know me better than that. take you to a lake. And I'll bring 100 straws. Bram says, hey, finally pulled the trigger on the Airbus TCA. What's my most mapped button that a newbie wouldn't think about mapping? Autopilot disconnect, probably. Autopilot disconnect. Then again, I also have my custom views set to them as well, so I can literally just zip around the cabin like that, which is pretty neat. Hello.
Hi, Captain. Would you like a drink, tea, coffee, or water?
A cup of tea, please.
No problem. I'll get it for you now.
That's very kind of her. Right, this arrival looks pretty straightforward. Coming in at the Southend arrival. Alright, so top of descent. Get down to 5120. Don't know if we've got any air traffic control. Anything in London? No, I don't think we have. That's a shame. London control never seems to be online that much these days anymore. Which is a real shame, because it always used to be. Anyway, so yeah, we're coming via Southend. 1209070. In fact, then, so what we're going to do, we'll leave it in managed mode, descend final 70. That'll work. That'll work. Green dot then by ATSAB. Green dot all the way to Gegmu, slowing down flaps 1 by Gegmu. 6,000 feet at Gegmu. That's an interesting approach. Yeah, so Gegmu, flaps 1. Flaps 2 has been selected the glider. Oh, it's easy. Easy, easy. Hello.
Hi, Captain. I've made your drinks. They're waiting for you in the galley area.
Thank you.
No problem.
So there's all Paris down there. I think I just see Charles de Gaulle runways here. There's Charles de Gaulle. Aircraft on final. I love spotting from the sky. I think it's great. In fact, you can actually see it. It's brilliant. Oh, do you know what? That cup of tea she's just brought is lovely. Little gap in the clouds allows you there to see Charles de Gaulle. Sadly, the rest of Paris is covered by cloud, unfortunately. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it? I still think it's amazing the fact that VATSIM, every aircraft that I see here in the sim, so that guy down there that's just on final, is somebody else actually flying properly live in real time in front of their PC. Imagine if he's, I can't tell what aircraft it is from up here obviously, but imagine if he's just like flown over from America or Africa, you know, an 8-9 hour flight, and his sim crashes. no. But yeah, if he's just done a whopping flight, and I used to love doing that long time ago when I actually had the time to do it. I used to set a flight going off in the morning and then come and land it sort of 8-9 hours later. H9 Aviation just got the headwind. Looks amazing. There you go. PMAS, there's great views of the wind farm prior to Advaz. We shall look out for that. Flyboy John, no news as of yet. Well, apart from they're obviously still in testing. I know for a fact they are in testing as well. They're not just saying they're in testing. They actually are in testing with new builds getting released to the testers, you know, every week. Sometimes every day. Aviate, you had a 14-hour flight crash to desktop last week. Ouch! Ooh, not good. Katie Pilot, hello. So that's sad. You can tell that CDG just by the shape of the tail. You know what, Katie? It's not sad. What is it? Don't think of it as sad. Think of it as incredible that you're now living in a time period where you can virtually recognize it because the simulator is that good. We were actually looking for views of Paris, but the weather's shocking down there, so... Well, it's not, it's just covered by cloud. But yeah, the fact that you can recognise those things from real life experience and see them virtually, and you recognise them because they are that blooming close to reality is just wonderful. Anyway, Katie, good to speak to you, my dear. Hope you're well. Sim definitely does look better, doesn't it? After Sim Update 14. Really nice and clear. Stars are more like pinpricks rather than out of focus. We need you back streaming, Katie. We miss you. We do miss you. Though obviously, and for good reason, no, you've been very, very busy. Right, where is our top of descent anyway? Okay, you got time off in January. Excellent. A whole 3 weeks. Right. Well, we expect at least a stream every other day. And a few sim sessions. Dual hydraulics, that kind of stuff. I'll be there. Right, Box is shouting at me to enter destination data, so let me go and do that. We need to start setting this approach, but anyway. So, just check that coding based on the arrival route. Let's see what we've got. So that's Magnus, Gegmu, Trippo, and then there's the arrival. Path too steep. Won't worry about that. Yeah, that's all fine. Platform altitude 2,000 feet. So I'll just pop in EG. What's the code for Southend? Is it Mike Charlie? Yes. Runway 23. Radius, oh go on, 6 mile radius. That gets us down to our lowest platform altitude then, 2,000 feet, 6 miles. Radnav page, SND, in case we have to fly that in anger. So, that's done. Progress page, EGMC23. How far out are we? 135 miles. Let's do the perf page. QNH is 1025. Temperature is 11 degrees. I mean, that's warm, isn't it? It's what? 6 days before Christmas and it's 11 degrees. Wind 230 at 14. Broken 1,100 feet. Yeah, runway visibility range is all legal. Minimum is 238. And I would imagine it's going to be a config full landing. So let me let's just have a look. Ooh, I don't want Navigraph. Alright, let's check if we can use idle reverse or max reverse. So it is 2, 3, runway is dry. So we need to use medium to pull. What's our landing weight going to be? 57, 58, 59, 60 and a half. 60 and a half tons. Latest meta, apply the meta. Yeah, that takes us off the end of the runway. And that's low auto brake. So landing distance available is 1710, landing distance required 2180. Wonderful, that means we're going to be able to use max reverse. So let's put in the actual conditions. Dry. Update. Dry. Medium. There we go. I mean, could we get in flaps 3? No, I don't want flaps 3. Normally I'd do flaps 3, but a short runway, I'd rather have the slower VAP. Alright, so that's done. Right, we're at the top of descent, so we're going to get down now as planned. So set flight level 70, thrust idle over descent, 70 blue, down we go. And local QNH is 1025. We might notice we play on 1080p, lowering the resolution will try to get this set into a smooth. I have, Willie, on YouTube a graphic setting video that I use, so if you want you can mimic it exactly and see how it works for you if you fancy it. Let's get that speed up. And down we go. Yeah, check it out after the stream, yeah. Fair enough, mate. Oh yeah, you don't want to miss a landing at Southend. Could be interesting. Right, we have pretty much, as I was going through everything there, we have pretty much briefed it, but just to do it sort of comprehensively, the weather, as we can see there, we got a nice, good, strong headwind, 230 at 14, so it literally is pretty much an entire headwind. Well, it is a full headwind. Visibility is fine, broken 1,100 feet, 11 degrees, QNH is 1012, dry runway conditions, so that's good. Aircraft is still behaving itself, nothing's broke, no times, with the exception of there was a couple of parking stand closures. I have no idea where we actually park at this place because it's quite small. Parking was, which time was it? 9 and 10 I think were, yeah, 9 and 10 were closed, so we'll park on one of the other ones obviously. So as we're getting in, the plan is, as we've just said, we're going to get down flight level 70, green dot at ATSAP, flaps 1 by Gegmu, 6,000 feet, and then yeah, get down platform altitude. Flaps 1 as we leave Gegmu for that speed restriction, 180 knots. Flaps 2 as we intercept the glide. It's a normal 3-degree ILS glide, so that's fine. We've got PAPIs, high intensity approach lighting system, so that's fine as well. How wide is the runway here actually? Does it tell us? Oh, it's 36 meters. Oh, right, so it's quite a narrow runway as well. It's not 30 meters, but it is. Yes, 36. So keep an eye on those PAPIs. Follow them all the way down. Right, so are we going to be able to get off at Charlie? Probably not. We can turn around on it, unless something up here tells us otherwise. No taxiway, taxiway Delta. Because what do I want? I don't want Delta, that goes to the small apron. I want taxiway Charlie. Will team clear as Delta? No, I should. Yeah, we're not doing that. Not doing that. Not doing that. Nighttime use is entirely operator discretion. Aircraft able to accept departure from the sections. Okay, that's departure, not bothered about that. Alright. So yeah, we need to get off at can we get off at Charlie? Nothing about Charlie on there, is there? Stands 101, 102 can accommodate aircraft 737. Yeah, okay, don't need that. I see no restrictions on Charlie, so I think once we've landed then, we're probably going to have to backtrack and then take Charlie and park here. Alright, so that's the plan, that's how we're going to get in. And where we're going to go once we have got in. Quick check of the go around. I think straightforward here as well. And that is straight out 2,000 feet. Okay, so yeah, there's a little threat. 2,000 feet. It's a very low go around altitude, isn't it? And then we're turning back right towards the locator, Southend NDB. Okay. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary then, really. That's it. We're on our way down. We're now below the profile. So let's push for descent mode. There we go. Now we can obey all the constraints again. Speed descent 120 magenta. There we are. We did say earlier in the brief when we were starting, we've probably got icing conditions coming down, and I can see those clouds now starting to build. Temperature is in the icing range, so we'll get those on in a little bit. Quick PA to the passengers then. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll have noticed we've now started our descent towards Southend. We're looking to be arriving in around 20 to 25 minutes time. If you can start to get yourselves back seated, seatbelt signs will shortly be going on. The cabin crew now started to prepare the aircraft for our landing. Once again, thank you for flying with us, and we'll speak to you again shortly. Bye-bye. Just aiming for that crack in the clouds there. Quick final check that we've got no ATC. No, we're on our own, which is fine. And there is our arrival procedure. Literally a nice... it's quite rare this happens in the UK actually, to get an arrival procedure and a standard arrival route which literally takes you right onto the runway localizer. Most of them you have to be vectored in for, but this one takes you straight in, which is nice. Quick check of the fuel as well. We've got 3.5 tons of fuel on board, so fine with that. And just for you guys to sort of cross-check, flight plan is all sequenced, RADNAV paged. We've got Southend NDB in the box. Progress page, there we go. That's fine. We're on descent. We're on profile. Costing X4, yeah. And the approach page, good info 1025, temperature, wind, etc. VAP is 134, minimum is 238, fully configured landing for us today. And we can land at about 60.2 tons, which is well within limits. Second flight plan, copy active. And we're done. Camera minute, why does your landing gear warn you when taking out? How does your landing gear warn you? What does it? How's that happening? Which aircraft as well? A couple of things I didn't mention in the brief. MSA is 1,800 feet because it's over the North Sea, and transition altitude 6,000 feet. So. Ah, there it is. I can just see old Blighty. Oh, Karen, you're getting the landing gear not down. Well, have you checked that it actually is down, complete with the 3 green lights? If it is down and you're still getting that warning, then LGICU problem. But I doubt it would be that. Okay, we're going to wind the speed back now to 50 knots as we start to approach 10,000 feet. Seatbelt signs are on. Thrust idle, obviously, and as we approach 10,000 feet, let's get our landing lights on. And we shall start to concentrate on our approach. Here it is. The company message that we've got there. Oh, I know what that will be. That's quite important. Provisionally given gate 2 for parking. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. It's almost the furthest one away, but yeah, we'll take gate 2. Right. Landing systems on, and we'll also activate our approach phase as well. Okay, so we're now going to get down all the way to our platform altitude. Thrust idle low descent and 2,000 below as we set local QNH 1025. And I have to do it over here as well. There we go. I'm going to start slowing for green dot as well by the time we get to this waypoint here at Sab. Okay, so as you can see, we're going to level off at 2,000 feet just here. I don't want to do that, so let's pull VS. We're below the profile though, that works nicely for us because we'll have to start slowing down a bit. And I bet if I look out the window, we'll start to see some ships around. Yeah, there's one. Any over the other side? Oh, not as many as I thought. Oh, there's one. So yeah, VS 400. As we've still got quite a few track miles to go. We're going to fly this full procedure as well, so we're not going to get a shortcut. Organ, a bit of a short runway. Are we aiming for butter? No. We're aiming for no floats and a nice solid touchdown. As long as it's below 400, I'm happy. But centre line and within the touchdown zone, that's going to be our main aim. India November Delta is identified. Aviate 399. Yeah, perfect. Take that. To be fair, Organ, it's fine. You know, we can stop the A320 in even less time. We should get in with manual with medium auto brake. I potentially could use maximum if I needed it. That's maximum manual braking, of course. So yeah, we can get in, no problem. It's not the shortest runway. How long is it? It's about 1,600 meters, something like that. I think Gibraltar might be shorter. I don't know. Southampton's also quite short. Might not be quite that short. But you know, they fly to it in the real world, so there you are. Yardy, good evening, Squire. How you doing? Cabin crew, prepare for landing. You already just finished the last inbound, so now you clock it off. That sounds like a good time to clock off. No, you're staying, we don't need to. Does look like there might be a bit of cloud cover over the airport. 186 passengers off, Yardy. So what was that? Was that a low-cost carrier 320? Sounds like a full flight, that, if it is, though. Right, 52 miles to run. Yeah, low-cost carrier 321. Okay. Yeah, I took a guess. I wasn't far off. It's freezing at Stansted. It's 11 degrees down here in Southend. It's not a million miles away. Then I was thinking that. I was only one off. Literally. It is a bit breezy tonight though, Yardy. I will give you that. It is indeed. Okay, so we've pushed for managed speed. Well, that speed's starting to bleed off. might actually do now is go direct to Geneva, which works nicely for us. Just cuts out that little. There we go. That puts us pretty bang on profile look now. There is how much time to landing? According to the box, about 9 minutes. Massimo says it's the first time with us live. Like it so much. Massimo, that is awesome. I hope you'll come again to us on our next live stream. And of course, everyone, if you have enjoyed the stream tonight, then please don't forget to leave a like on the live stream, as it does really help support the channel and publicise us to the masses. So I really appreciate everybody that's hit the like button for us tonight. Thank you so much. Thanks, Yardi. Thanks so much for checking in. See you on the next one. Southend traffic, top Swiss 1295, currently 18 miles south of Geneva for the ILS approach runway 23. Speed is 210. It's not, it's a little bit under that, but close enough. Just in case anyone was interested at that. Oh, I love that.
Yes, traffic.
I love that. What a view. I can't ever recall actually seeing the moon's reflection before in the sim. Who else thinks that just looks blooming gorgeous? That is stunning. It catches me off guard so many times, Microsoft Flight Simulator, with how good it looks. Sadly.
Southend traffic, Organ 321 is heading 350, altitude 10,700 feet, joining ILS for runway 23.
I think 600 VS is working quite nicely for us. We look really low down here, don't we? We're not. We're still over 4,000 feet, just. See the wind farm there that was mentioned earlier on? At least I think we can. Sure, it was just there a moment ago. Where's it gone? Typical. Farm generating electricity has just had a power cut. Well, there it is. And they've just gone out again. Hello.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are seated and secured for landing.
Okay, great. Landing will be less than 10 minutes.
No problem.
Speed constraints on this approach seem very, very far out, don't they? Darius, we are landing runway 23. That is indeed correct. I'm just hypnotised by how good the water looks down there with that moon reflection. The fact it's not smooth though confirms that it is a bit windy. Scottish is more beautiful in real life. Atlas, the cabin crew is provided by self-loading cargo. So I've just reduced that descent rate even more because we're well below profile. Right, I think we're going to start flying through a few clouds now, and just look at the air temperature actually. Wow, actually, I don't know if that's a bug or realistic, but that seems very warm, so anti-ice not required. So alt glide slope, lock blue, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. And we're 19 miles out. Atlas, is it integrated with GSX? No, it's not. No. Oh, actually, the latest update, I think they do work together. Yes, I use them separately, but they do work together, yes. Oh, look at that. FO had one job, didn't start the timer. Never mind. Quick check on the fuel, 3.2 tons. We're fine. Dazzy, why both autopilots engaged for landing? Redundancy, just in case one decides to have a wobble. Atlas, the accuracy isn't. I mean, they had initial data references. They took all the data from all three of them and they basically cross-reference against each other, make sure they all agree. If two agree and one disagrees, one's data is disregarded. But yeah, it's not so much for improving accuracy. It is just in case one decides to have a bit of a meltdown and be temperamental. Tell you what, this approach could look stunning if these clouds stay out of the way.
Southend traffic, Oldham 321, shortly joining localizer ILS runway 23, descending through altitude 5,600 feet.
Right, localizer's coming in. Southend traffic, Toasters 1295 is now establishing ILS runway 23, 14 miles, and we'll be slowing to speed 180, Topsmith 1295. But not until we've selected the first one.
No, it's 11 miles out of Upton into
So that's localizer captured. I think we'll see the runway actually. I think that's it. Just a temperature check again. Yeah, still warm enough not to need anti-ice. Aviation James, good evening. Okay, flaps 1, speed's checked. And we'll slow it down 180 and get flaps 2 out for 2,000 feet. Flaps 2, speed's checked. Flaps 2.
Southend traffic, Oldham 321 is capturing the localizer ILS 23. Speed is 170 knots.
Might be worth mentioning as well, anyone who is coming into Southend, that a backtrack is going to be needed, I'm guessing, so you're going to need to allow extra spacing between arrivals for an aircraft to land and turn around. They might not just be able to vacate directly off the runway. Cabin crew, seats for landing. Here comes the glide slope. So, Barrow QNF, QNH 1025, seatbelt signs are on, minimums 238, auto brake medium, EFB stowed. So glide slope star, Mr. Approach altitude 2000 feet, that is set. Right, manage the speed, gear down. Spoilers armed. Get the lights on. Flaps 3, speed's checked. Flaps 3. Bit of a decent wind at the minute. And flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin secured, go around altitude 3000 feet, come over landing, no blue. Right, that wind should turn into much more of a headwind very soon. So we just need to sort of keep an eye on that a little bit. Now remember, short runway, so we're not going to be worried too much if it's a a firm landing. That's going to be fine. It's 399. Yeah, we will take it. I'm going to try and just get the zoom level right for a decent. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Okay, autopilot disconnected. I have control. Oh. That's windier than I expected when I took the autopilot off. And that wind actually is blowing all over the place. So 20 knot headwind now.
Southend traffic, Organ 321 is at 3,000 feet, shortly capturing the glide slope for ILS 23.
No long landings today, please. Stable.
Pacific 700 above.
That is a narrow runway, isn't it? 36 meters. Continue.
Light slow.
That's okay. Picture's
40,
fine.
30, 20, retard.
And manual brakes. Reverse is off. Hey, we're going to get off. There's an aircraft shortly behind us, so let's get out of the way.
Southend traffic, Organ 321 is fully established on the ILS, descending through 2,800 feet, speed 130 knots.
Let's get fully clear of the runway before we announce we're vacated.
Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a...
Oh, narrow taxiway. Southend traffic, runway 23 vacated.
Crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions...
In real life, I don't think we'd been able to stop quite as quickly as we just did. But that's fine. Alright, let's just quickly work out where we're going. Start our APU. Where did we get assigned to? Was it gate 2? That'll do. So APU started, just sort this out, turn that off. Wonderful. Do you know what? I was happy with that. I think everything went well. Check out the replay once we're down, of course, and parked up. But welcome to Southend.
Southend traffic, Organ 321 is on a 5-mile final, established on the islet.
So we shall check out the replay in a moment. If you are now on your way out, please do leave a like as you go. Did the touchdown rate not show what it was? Never mind. Did Easyjet save my life as a kid? No. I'm just familiar with their standard operating procedures. That's why. Plus, I like the destinations they fly to as well. And they're not Ryanair. No plans for a PC upgrade now. I don't think we've much need at the minute. Particularly not with FlightSim 2024 on the horizon. And standard 2, that's what we want. Bet Southend's never had so much traffic. Will I be flying the 777 or the MAX when it comes out? Probably not. I wouldn't have a clue where to start with the 777. I think we need a new GSX profile for this airport. There, that'll do. Lovely, so that's another aircraft just landing there. It's, I don't know, I presume he touched down and he was absolutely fine. Okie dokies. Parking brake set. Okay, let's check out the replay. Let me come off VATSIM, of course, first of all, before we do that. So, disconnect off VATSIM. Thank you to everyone who flew with us on VATSIM as well. Always great fun not to be flying alone. And let me check out that replay. Where are you? There we go. That approach with the moon right in our eyesight looked absolutely gorgeous, didn't it? Since the operational flight plan layout is also much clearer than the Lido in Europe. Yeah, I agree. Everything's quite straightforward on the Easyjet layout. I think simple is best. Keep it simple. Pilots have enough things to think about without having to try and work out where stuff is. I'll tell you, disconnected the autopilot though, and I don't know if we had a bit of a gust of wind or something, but normally you can disconnect the autopilot and there's no quick rush to grab hold of the side stick and start, fighting with the aircraft to keep it, because it's point and fly. It's established. It's already going down the ILS and the glide slope by the time you turn that autopilot off. So you should just need to make minor corrections to hold it. But I took the autopilot off and suddenly had to take control to keep it online. Is there a good way to find out an airline standard operating procedures and destinations? Destinations, just go to their website. Their website will tell you where they fly to. As for standard operating procedures, I'm not entirely sure. They're probably a little bit more difficult to get a hold of, to be honest. Oh, right on the touchdown lines. Perfect. We'll take that every day of the week. Lovely. Alright then guys, well that is me done. A massive shout out to those of you who have supported and contributed to the channel this evening. It's really great support from all you guys tonight. Thank you so much for that. Of course, remembering that Thursday at the moment is the plan for the big one. Full day Lapland stream, over 40 giveaways. It's going to be incredible, so do not miss it. However, with the slight sad caveat that should things take a turn for the worst, we may need to postpone that by a couple of days. I will, of course, keep you all abreast of that situation on Discord, and a massive thanks to all of you for your support as well during this time, as I know many of you have already gone through something very similar, so I really do appreciate all the messages of support and things. But yes, I'm hopeful Thursday will go ahead as planned, but if not to worry. It will still go ahead. That's the main thing. But with major apologies to those of you who have actually booked days off work to make sure you're here as well. But yeah, fingers crossed. Thursday will be a goer. Until our next flight then, which I hope will be before Thursday. Hopefully we'll get one in before that. I look forward to seeing you on our next flight. Again, Discord is the place to be, and that will give you information on that when we're next live. Until then, I'm going to let you play out with the what looks like an absolutely gorgeous approach into Southend from the nose of the aircraft. Thank you so much, as always, to our Easyjet SimPilot channel members who are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, guys, for your continued support. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, looking forward to the Santa flight whenever that may turn out to be. Alright guys, thanks a lot. Good night.
$500.